You know God is in everything, right? Let me show you. Or it'll make more sense after I explain. But first I gotta do this quick ad. Hey, I'm Darren Randolph, and I love Jesus. Okay, growing up, one of my favorite TV shows of all time was Suite Life of Zack and Cody. I used to watch that TV show all the time. And there was one episode I remember. It was when Zack and Cody were skateboarding and they ran into this rich kid. The rich kid wanted to hang out with them because he didn't have many friends. So they both went and started hanging out with him. And Zack even traded his own brother to hang out with the rich kid and experience the rich things. Later in the episode, that Zack realized that the kid was a genuinely bad human being and went back to hang out with his brother Cody. All right, all that sounds cool, and it's a really good message actually if you watch the TV show. But we do that same thing. We'll trade in God, which is our day one, and we'll trade him for a temporary upgrade, some rich things, some finer things, maybe some cool new friends or a cool hobby, habit, or whatever the case may be. We'll trade him in, even though he's our day one. Let's break this down. God, he's the creator of everything. He created us before we even knew ourselves. He made us in his image, and we are all perfect in his eyes. That sounds fantastic, but we throw him away like he's nothing. We throw him away like he's trash, and it's Wednesday to take out the trash. That's when I take out my trash, is on Wednesdays, or it might be on Thursdays. That part's kind of irrelevant. Anyway, this is because the devil has made the world so appealing that it just looks better on this side than it does on that side. But it's crazy because the Bible tells us this. The Bible tells us that Satan is a master of deception, and he's going to use every weapon in his arsenal to try to get to us and pull us away from Jesus. But the Bible also tells us to remain steadfast, knowing that the devil's going to try to use all these tactics and weapons. See, in John verse 1 and 12, it says, "Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial. For when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life given to all those who love God." It's crazy how I have to think about that for a second, because I really got that tattooed on my bicep. But sometimes I be tripping. Let's be real. We all imperfect. And I get to that point in a minute. So save a pen on that. You feel me? Again, let's be real. All that sounds cool. Be steadfast. We'll receive the crown of life. But we're imperfect. We're so imperfect. So what happens when we mess up and we fall short and we fall a prisoner to the temporary thing rather than relying on God? First thing we have to do, we have to realize that we're all imperfect. I've said it a couple times now, but we have to realize that we're going to fall short. We will fall short more times than we can even count. And the Bible even says we all fall short of God's glory. And knowing that, or when the devil knows that, because he does know that, he wants to get us to wallow in self-pity and stay stagnant in our sin and not realize that God will forgive us and accept us every time. All we have to do is come humbly to him and ask for forgiveness. But the devil doesn't want us to know that. So what he's going to do is he's going to wave those temporary things in our faces. And then when we fall, he's going to wave some more so we can forever be in this cycle of doing things and needing a tune up and needing something to fill our cup, because Jesus isn't there to play a role, because we haven't invited him in. We haven't accepted him. We haven't gone back to our day one. We've been too busy having fun with all these temporary things, or not even having fun sometimes. Sometimes we're honestly trapped, but we don't realize that all we have to do is open the door. See, the Bible even tells us in Revelations 3 and 20 that this is Jesus talking. "I stand at the door, I knock. If you hear me call and open the door, I will come right in. I will sit to have supper with you." The Bible is telling us that he's always at the door, even when we fall, even when we forsake him, even when we go against his name and turn our backs to him. He's just there, just knocking at the door, waiting for us to invite him in. See, God's a gentleman. He's not just going to kick down the door and be like, "Yo, you're going to be saved." Nah, he's just going to wait patiently, knock on the door. "You ready yet?" "No." "Okay. What about now?" "All right, cool. I'm just here whenever you need me." He's going to keep knocking until you answer the door. And when you do, he's going to come in. He's going to have supper with you. He's going to be like, "All right, let's talk. Like, I'm ready." Say everything you need to. Ask for forgiveness. I promise you, I'll give it to you. You've received me. You've opened up the door. You've allowed me to come into your heart. That's all he wants from us. He just wants us to invite him in when he knocks. He's just going to sit with us and be with us. He just wants to be with us. That's really what he wants, man. By taking him back, we're not only putting away these temporary things, but we're allowing him to give us the blessings that he has in store for us. Like James 1:12 said, blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, blah, 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 not blah, 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 but you get what I'm saying. You will receive the crown of life given to all those who love God. So when we love God and we invite him back in, we will receive the crown of life. There are blessings in store for us. All we have to do is invite him back in and put down those temporary things. Like I said, the devil wants to distract us. He wants to use those temporary things to knock us off our pivot, to make sure we're unstable and we don't have a good foundation, and keep us from being steadfast, because he knows that we're going to receive that crown of life. He knows the blessing that we have ahead of us if we remain steadfast. He doesn't want that for us. So he wants to knock us off our pivot. But here's the good news. It's not just good news. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's great news. All of this, regardless of how many times we fall, does not mean anything, because Jesus died on the cross for us. Jesus is just knocking at the door, just waiting for us to answer. And as soon as we say yes, as soon as we invite him in, he's going to wipe it clean. Last time I talked about he's going to make you a new creation. That's a fact. It's saying it there. Like he will wipe everything clean. Knock on the door, invite him in. That brother gonna get to work. You feel me? He not a maid, because he the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Like, he's head honcho, but he's also a helper. Like, he's also a servant. He wants to help us. He wants to serve as we should serve others. Like, he's gonna come in. He gonna clean us up a little bit, not just a little bit. We're gonna be squeaky clean. You feel me? I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is fun with me. Like. If you love God, you invite him in, you will receive the crown of life. You will receive the blessings he has in store for us. And the devil knows that. So the devil wants to distract us. The devil wants to keep us from receiving all these blessings. And sometimes he succeeds. Let's be real. There are times where all of us, because again, we all fall short of God's glory. We all give in to Satan. But the thing is, those things do not have the power to bound us. Like, we can break free from that. You feel me? Like, there's a song, I don't even remember who it was by, but it's like the group Marvin Sapp had when he was younger. And it's a song called Breaking Away. I be playing that song as many chances as I can throughout the day, because, you know, we break away from those chains. Like, no chains has the power to hold us. We break them away. We open up the door because Jesus has been knocking. We invite him in, because that's all he wants. All he wants to do is for us to invite him in. Like, he wants to eat supper with us. He wants to commune with us. He wants to talk with us so we can have this conversation, build a relationship. All he wants to do is for us to invite him in. Like, he's going to be there. He's always right at the door. Just, you feel me? He's just knocking. All we got to do is invite him in, bring back that day one. Like, that's crazy. He's really our day one. He's been here since the beginning. And even sometimes when we don't know he was there, he's been there just waiting for us, just waiting for it. I ain't gonna lie, that really blessed me. Like, now to say it out loud, like, he's there, he's been there, he's always there. He will continue to be there, just knocking at that door, waiting for us to answer. Because let's be so real right now. I was reading off the script that I wrote, but let's be real right now. There are so many times that we feel like we're alone in this world. I'm speaking to myself right now. There's so many times I feel like I'm doing life alone and nobody like really understands what I'm going through. But Jesus is our day one. He's been there since the beginning. You feel me? Like, he more than understands. He real deal knows me. Like, he knows me more than I know my own self. So any problem I have, he understands. And here's the additional plus. He has the solution. He don't just listen. You know those friends that, like, when you talk to, they're just there to listen. Great friends. He's that friend. Plus, he's our teacher and helper, because he has the solution. That's so crazy to think about. Like he's there. He's there for us, bro. Like, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords wants to serve us. That's he's a real day one. Like he got our back no matter what. That's so crazy to me to think about. Like, He's there for us. All you got to do is invite him in, because he's been knocking, and he's going to continue to knock, and he's not ever going to be loud and obnoxious. He's not going to be banging on your door like your rent is due and it's time to, you feel me, eviction. No, like, he's just going to knock. Just wait. You're going to have some food, a little food in his hand, a housewarming gift ready for you to be clean, new house, new apartment, new whatever, new mansion. It says in the Bible, a mansion. I think it says it has many rooms too. Like, it's a mansion waiting on us. You feel me? We're gonna go up to the sky. He got a mansion for us. You feel me? But yeah, that's really all I want to say. Jesus knocking at the door, invite him in. He'll love to talk to you, love to break bread with you. Just say no to that little rich kid. All the temporary things, all the things that he flaunt in our face is not worth it. It's not. It's gonna be cool in the moment. For sure, it's gonna be cool in the moment. That's what the devil does. I feel like he the king of temporary. Yeah. But after that moment's passed, you're gonna need something else, and you can't keep trying to find a fix. Nothing will replace what Jesus can provide. All you gotta do is let him in. Brother be knocking. That might be my new favorite verse. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he'll come in. He'll come right in. Right in. It's not no, you took a while, no jokes, no nothing. See, a brother like me, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If I keep knocking and nobody answers the door, I'm gonna assume nobody's home and I'm gonna leave. He'll keep knocking. Who knows how long he's been knocking for some of y'all. I know for me, that brother was knocking for a long time. That brother was knocking for the long, my fault. Not brother, that's my big dog, Lord and Savior. But you feel me? We got a relationship like that. Buddy was knocking for the longest. And when I finally opened the door, he just walked right in. He was ready. He was like, all right, let's get it. Let's get to it. There was no like, you took too long, or where have you been? Now we got all this, It was none of that. It was like, all right, cool. Thank you for inviting me in. Let's get to work. Let's sit, talk to me. Let me clean you up a little bit. Let's clean this house. It's been a little dirty. That's all good. I'm the master cleaner. This is what I do. That's so crazy to think about. But that's really all I had to say. I'm not gonna lie. It's mad late. But someone told me that I had to do this now. So I wanted to do it while I had it in my heart. You feel me? But I hope you all have a blessed day, night, whenever y'all are watching this. Know that Jesus loves you, and he's going to keep knocking at that door until you let him in, and he'll never be obnoxious about it. He'll never be loud. He's a real gentleman. He's real quiet, real calm with it, real peaceful with it. So whenever you feel like opening that door, he'll love to talk to you, love to break bread with you, love to have supper with you. All right, that's all I got for y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one.